Let's go across to our guest joining us. Tuhin Sinha, BJP National Spokesperson, Shudacha Paul of the Congress Party. We've got Professor Geeta Bhatt, political analyst, joining us. Kapil Madan, political analyst, also with us. Sujata Paul, I just showed some of the numbers. I hope you had the opportunity, to listen to me as I was going through it. The question is not so much about, what the PM said, what Rahul Gandhi said. The question is, are we evaluating the progress we've made of the Make in India vision and philosophy accurately? Or is this also becoming
India
a casualty?
Is a country.
Is this also becoming a casualty of just pure politics without the numbers?
Your voice is cracking. I hope you can hear me clearly.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes. So when we talk about election campaigning by the Prime Minister and the manner in which he has attacked Rahul Gandhi, it just shows that this is just an excuse. India has been progressing gradually, steadily, and today what we are seeing is concentration of wealth in the hands of a few. And Mr. Ambani is coming up with a mobile phone and he will get the market share of the entire country if Mr. Modi has his way, which will never happen. However, the fact is the way in which Mr. Modi has attacked Rahul Gandhi ji shows clearly his stature as the Prime Minister. He is bringing disrepute to the post of the Prime Minister when he attacks Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Mr. Rahul Gandhi is not the Prime Minister. He has never been the Prime Minister. But Mr. Modi is not just the chief campaigner of the BJP.
But
he
also
is
the Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
So you are saying that despite
BJP,
the fact...
but also of India. Hang on. Let me please finish. When Mr. Modi talks about, and I want to make sure that the audiences know who is the chief of fools, who is the chief of morons and idiots. Because you remember that statement which came from Mr. Modi when he said that A plus B whole square has something which is extra, and he was defining it as equal to. A man who doesn't know the meaning of equal to is obviously showing what his true colors are and what he is. He expects people to think that everybody is a fool except him. He thinks that gutter gas theory, the radar theory which he has spoken about, is what the people of India will believe in. The fact is that Mr. Modi wants wealth concentration in the hands of a few, and Made in India was changed to Make in India. So this is nothing new. He couldn't find another term for made, so he came up with make. So what is the difference? India has been
Sujata, you've gone on for quite a bit. Let me just come in now. I think I get two of your points. One is you don't approve of how the Prime Minister talked about Rahul Gandhi in response to his jibe that there is no Make in India happening, or all the phones are actually not made in India but made in China. The second point is the one that I was trying to ask you, that is it not unfair for Rahul Gandhi in campaigning to even go out there and suggest that no, there is no phones being made in India. India is now the second biggest manufacturer of phones. Yes, it combines manufacturing and assembly. So we should look at that as well. But let Tuhin Sinha respond on the language part that you have raised, that it is not becoming of the Prime Minister's office to use these words, even in campaigning. Tuhin Sinha.
Well, good evening, Shivani. Good evening, everybody. Rahul Gandhi's unnatural infatuation with China and his incorrigible ignorance has been a cause of anguish for anybody who wishes well for India, who takes pride in India. You put out certain data. Today, 98% of mobile phones are locally assembled. What was the percentage in 2000, corresponding percentage in 2014? 12 or 14%? So this is the achievement we have made. I'm saying assembled, because so that the Congressies don't barge in and say, but assembled is an important precursor to being entirely indigenously produced. And the semiconductor push, which we have seen in the last 3 years, is going to be a very crucial catalyst. I hope the Congress realizes that. Now, you just mentioned figures about mobile phone. If you get into the defense manufacturing production, we have gone up by 23 times in the last 9 years. If you look at railway wagon production, probably the increase has been of a corresponding figure. So, the Congress is a self-deprecating, self-flagelling entity today, which has lost faith in itself. It somehow feels that China is the best. And please don't take Rahul Gandhi's statement or charge and accusation. Let me remind you of a recent incident on 9th of September. when India was scripting the historic India Middle East European corridor, what was Rahul Gandhi doing? He was in Brussels endorsing China's BRI, which impinges upon India's sovereignty. So
Okay.
this China obsession or infatuation is something which requires a probe. And I don't think, the Prime Minister was rather kind in his response to this.
Okay, so come to that question on the language. I'll take your point about why what you call is an unnatural love for China. That question has been posed to the Congress party in the past as well. But the language. So in Hindi, he called him Murkho ke Sardar, which is king of fools. Is this appreciable,
Well,
acceptable language in campaigning or not according to you?
Well, number one, the Honorable Prime Minister did not name anybody. But
No, he
even
was
if you
talking
were
about
to
Rahul
imply,
Gandhi, who made the comment about the manufacturing.
Even if you were to imply, the level of ignorance is of a criminal level. He's gone abroad and he has demonized India ad nauseum. I'll give you one example. Recently, when he was in London, he picks up one Sikh journalist and says that even Sikhs are not safe in the country. Do you endorse that? So a person with such mischievous intent, like I said, the Prime Minister has been very restrained. But even the Prime Minister has his limits when a person like Rahul Gandhi has been repeatedly demonizing the country, repeatedly spreading falsehood about the country. I think any well-meaning Indian would be perturbed by it. Any well-meaning Indian would respond to that.